Hi, gorgeous mama. I'm Kathleen, your mom friend, right beside you on this messy, beautiful, and sometimes exhausting journey of motherhood. I don't have it all figured out, but let's play, ground, and grow together. Welcome, mama, to this wonderful space. This episode is for exhausted, scrolled out, chocolate in hand version of you. It's all about how to recharge in a gentle and real life way. No, you don't need to go for a retreat for a couple of days. I have a tired mama confession to make. When I'm tired, I'm exhausted. I have a tendency to find a Netflix series, probably eat a lot of chocolate, maybe even drink some wine, and think this is my way out, my self care routine. I'm quite sure you have been there too. And if you're anything like me, you don't feel better afterwards, just worse, or maybe a little bit more spaced out. It kind of soothes for a moment, but it drains in the long run, at least from my experience. If you have a different experience, please share it with me. I would love to figure this out in a different way. And now I want to tell you a little bit about how things were. Before I was pregnant, before I had my first child, I was kind of like probably the most healthy version of me. I loved and did my kale smoothies. I did my workouts. I was fit. I was healthy. I was in my health coach education. Um, and I felt good. It felt really, really good. And then the first child came, and then the second child, and then the third child. And then came the toddler tornadoes. All the nights with a lack of sleep. I wasn't blessed with any child that slept really, really well. And I have to admit, burnout. And I think many mothers agree with me, particularly when you have a couple of children. It's not that you hit burnout once and then you get out of it and then you're done. It's kind of you kind of slip into it again and again and again. Sometimes stronger, sometimes less strong. How long does it last can really, really change. But kind of I'm not even saying it comes and goes and it's like a regularly thing. It's not showing up like your period or whatever. But I can say now, about like 10 years into raising children, I've hit a few burnouts along the way. And if you listen into last week's episode, I can really recommend to you because you're gonna listen to me to how the baby stage was with my first one, which was completely crazy, as I think. Uh, but it made me realize that it can't wait until someday. I need to do something now. I can't escape and just trying to watch another Netflix series, eat even more chocolate. It just kind of felt like it just spiraled me even lower. And this is where it's really, really important. This isn't about perfect wellness. It's about tiny doable shifts because I also know that as long as I'm not getting a full night's sleep and as long as I barely get any breaks, this whole perfect plan of how you're supposed to eat and live on smoothies and salad and doing your daily workouts, well, this isn't for me. Yeah, if you can do it, tell me how. But I wanted, this is about today. I want to share you what helped me and these tiny doable things because I do think if we focus on these, we can make a truly, truly difference. And now we need to look at it. In my eyes, it's important. You have to move as a mama. It's important to stay fit. You carry your babies when they get a bit older. You kind of want to play with them. But anything works. Just going out for a walk for 20 minutes. And I mean, there's so much research that when you go out in nature for a walk for, let's say, 20 minutes, how good this is for your nervous system regulation, how good it is for your heart rate, and of course, how nice it is to be outside. And if like, just a walk isn't enough, maybe you can jog. Or what I'm doing, I'm having my kids pretty much all the time around me. I do yoga with them, and they either can join me or they can leave it. If I'm getting bored of yoga, I may go out with my kids and we jump on the trampoline. Or I'll put a YouTube clip on. Anything works. And I'll keep it short and sweet. So if I manage to do something for 10, 15 minutes, I'm happy. And actually, for me, my workout counts if I roll out my yoga mat, I'm standing on it, I start doing the first pose, and I'm getting interrupted by my kids, and they really don't let me do it. I still cross it off as done because I want to be kind to myself and I can't plan everything. And, stuff happens. So to give yourself a break, but somehow it's something small every single day, 10, 15 minutes. And the best is if kids can join. Now that some of my kids are getting a little bit older, I might just, we go out and play chess or hide and seek or whatever. And all of this counts for me. And when my baby was really, really young, I just put them in the sling and I loved going up into the mountains. And the cool thing is with the sling, I love the sling. I probably need to do an episode how cool slings are, is you can go anywhere. You're not bound to a road where a pram can go. So let's be realistic for that time period, seasonal, and yet still take a little bit care of our bodies. And the same when it comes into food, I mean, I kind of throughout the journey, I don't want to know how many kilos I gained, but it's about tuning in. Um, what foods will nourish you? Like I'm living in a very cold place, so for us, soups is definitely a big go-to. It's warm, it's nourishing, uh, and it's flexible with whatever I have at home. Or I love lentil stew or dal. Not of course fruits. I always have like a fruit and vegetable platter. It's like cucumbers. So also my kids learn early to be exposed to a lot of greens and vegetable and fruits. And remember, we're role modeling. So how we behave sets the tone for how our kids will behave. And it is like what they say, it's about what you do, not about what you say. And joy pockets. Maybe this is most important, how to gain a little bit of energy and recharge is what for little joy pockets can you build into your day? Maybe for you it's gardening. Maybe for 10 minutes digging in the dirt will make you feel better. Maybe you can play with your kids and that makes you feel good. Or it's having a tea or being outdoors or just singing or putting a nice music on. Like the list is endless to really figure out what is it. And for a while I had it sticked all over my house, like small things like about what I can do to bring this little bit of joy back. Um, find your version. It's small, but I do think it's meaningful because you connect to something. If you feel joy, you become present again. And when you're present, you're feeling better. And when you feel better, everything else will flow more smoothly. So I would like to invite you to check in. What is maybe one gentle shift you can try this week? Nothing big, nothing small. And maybe you start literally by, oh, I want to roll out my yoga mat every day without doing yoga yet. Just rolling it out, just seeing it there and feeling accomplished about the mat being rolled out. Or just maybe going to the groceries and buy a few more apples for this week. Can you take a 10-minute walk? Swap one single snack. Nothing more. Nothing more. Let's in this period of life, take it easy. Don't be ambitious. And maybe try a new movement that you might enjoy. It reminds me of a book I've read a long time ago where this woman, she hated exercising, but she knew it was healthy. And then she tried, I think, so much. And she found out she loved horse riding. So, well, who guessed that one? So it's about try and fail and error and fail, and just to really affirm the efforts that all counts. Um, even just listening to me right now and you're still tuned in shows me that you're ready to take that step and you already did it. And remember, it takes courage to change, and every little step counts and needs to be celebrated. And if you want even more help to kind of recharge, I truly invite you into my 5-day mom reset challenge coming up beginning August 18th, where you get for 5 days, again, really small little practical things, meditations, tappings, to help you kind of go more into this. Life is actually joy, and I can truly do this. These grounding, affirming thoughts in your head, because that's what we're kind of working on. So this challenge will really help recharge energy, reconnect with yourself, and build some simple, nourishing daily rituals. And here I let you go for today. One little shift for this week. And as always, from one wildly rooted mama to another. Let's keep growing and glowing together.